Hey, they're going to be doing a review on the Garmin Viva Fit band. Had this band for maybe about over 2 months now. It's pretty good for the most part, but I do have some, complaints with it, but we'll get to that. So whenever you first buy it, it comes with 2 bracelets. This is the smaller one, so you can, if you have thinner wrists or if you have bigger wrists, you can, swap out the bracelets, and it's as simple as just unbuckling it and then just popping out the little area right here, and then you basically just swap it out. But this is the device itself. It's waterproof. I shower with it, and you can go swimming with it as well. But right now, it's, as you can see, it's set to the time period. But then you can change it to the date, your total steps that you've done so far, your goal for the day, and the distance in miles or kilometers, whatever you set it to, and then the amount of calories that you burn. And then I believe it goes directly to the time if you keep it on time, and or it stays on the time unless you change it to the different settings. But if you go to the date, then it'll just automatically go back to the time. So the bracelet itself, or the band, so you got the little point right there, so that lines up with the button on this side. So you just put it back on there. You just slip it in there. And as you can see, they've got 2 holes right there, and just slip that back in there. And just make sure all the edges are aligned properly. That's pretty much it right there, and that's when you put the band on. And then the way I use it, I connect it to my phone with the app that you can download for free, and basically you can set your your personal settings on there, like your weight, your height, and your distance and stride, so that way you can make it more personal and more accurate. But so like right now, this is the app. It's the Connect app, and so it's kind of hard to see, but so like right there, it just shows your goals, and then once you sync it and whatnot, and then you can track your sleep with this as well, which I can't really get to right now because I'd have to sync it. But basically, it's a pretty good app that allows or shows you pretty good information. And if you want to sync it, you just hold down your button over here, hold it down for about 3 seconds, and it's going to say sync, and then it's going to sync up with your device, with whatever you have. So at the bottom, it says syncing with Viva Fit at the bottom there, and then it'll go over all the way to the right once it's done syncing. And then if you want to hold it to sleep mode, you just hold it down for 5 seconds, and then it will put it to sleep mode. And so now it's on sleep mode, and then you just sleep, pretty much go to sleep, and then any movement, it will, it will show it to you pretty much. So it's like for me, so there's like the little bar graph, and so the high points, that's like kind of, major movement, and then your lower points is when you're, sleeping pretty decent, I guess. Throughout the day though, it kind of does miscalculate though, because it goes off of your movement of your wrist. So say if you're taking a shower, you're washing yourself and doing your hair or whatever, it's counting calories pretty much as you're doing those items, which just can be fairly inaccurate. Because for me, like, I may take, I don't know, 5 to 10 steps to the shower, and then but by the time I'm done with the shower, it says I have 600 and something calories in the shower, which is obviously not true. So with that aspect, it's a little faulty, just because it could be inaccurate anywhere from a few hundred to a couple thousand, depending on your daily movement, or if you sit at an office or whatever. But as long as you keep your arm steady, then it's not gonna move. So like for example, so right now it's at 2794, and so if I just shake that around a little bit, Well, now it's making a line. Oh, there it goes. So now it's at 28.13. So as you can see, you know, it just goes off of that. Other than that, though, it's a pretty decent bracelet, and like I said, it is waterproof. I don't remember what the depth it goes up to. I believe it's 50 meters, but a lot of the other fitness bands aren't submersible, or you can't get wet. So that aspect, you know, not a big fan of, just because I don't want to have to worry about getting the band wet. So it's just like a normal watch, pretty much. You can get it wet, you know, as long as you don't go beyond 50 meters. So unless you're diving with it, you know, then you have to worry about it. But other than that, though, pretty decent. I got mine for, I believe, $70, $80. So I wouldn't recommend buying an expensive fitness band if that's, you know, if you're trying to go a fitness band route. So I would probably stick with a cheaper one, you know, such as this, as opposed to, you know, other ones that go from anywhere from 100 to, you know, and above, because they're probably all going to be inaccurate for the most part. So this is just something to kind of get a general idea of how many steps you're doing, and, you know, some calculations and whatnot. But I do like the sleeping tracker that it has. So, and this device can be paired with the heart rate monitor as well, which you have to pay for extra. But other than that, though, you know, it's a pretty good band. So I do recommend it if you're, you know, semi fit, you know, person, or you just want to calculate certain, you know, numbers and whatnot, so you have a general idea. But if you have any questions, comment, concerns, let me know.